The system that we're going to be talking about today is
the excretory system.
All right, today we'll be talking about 4 different things having to do with the excretory system. The first is functions.
So the function of the excretory system is to get rid of any waste made by the body or the body cells.
Ms. Eagle, I have a question.
Yes?
What's waste? Waste is stuff your body doesn't need. Next topic is types of waste. So there are 4 types of waste that happen with the excretory system. The first is feces or poop.
What are you doing?
Show mommy how you push the poopies out.
The second is urine or pee. The third is perspiration or sweat.
9 and
And the fourth is carbon dioxide or when you exhale.
Topic 3, organs used for excretion.
So the organs used for excretion, when we're talking specifically about feces, is the digestive system. So it's going to be using the colon or your large intestine. Remember we talked about that yesterday. It does a lot of absorption of water. Your rectum and your anus.
Now we'll talk about the organs that are used for the process of making and getting rid of your urine. So to be honest with you, it's not really on the Regents, but we think it's important for you to know just for yourself and going forward, your future knowledge. So there are 4 main organs that are used to make urine, and we call them collectively the urinary system. Kidneys are the first one. So they're these 2 bean-shaped organs that are found in the back of your body, kind of on the lower part of your back. And each of them are responsible for filtering your blood. And when they filter the blood, they pull out all of the waste, the stuff that you don't need anymore. And with all of the stuff that they pull out of the blood, they make urine. So they're the ones that are doing the majority of the work. From each of the kidneys, there's a little tube called the ureter. And those are going to send the urine from the kidney towards the bladder. The bladder you probably know, and that's the one that's holding the urine. So it's basically giving you a place for urine to wait until you can use the bathroom, hopefully. And then from the bladder, you have your urethra. The urethra is the tube that stems from the bladder and goes all the way to the end of the body. So when you pee, you're taking the stored urine from the bladder and allowing it to exit out the urethra. The third type of waste is perspiration or sweat. And you use your integumentary system or your skin to be able to make sweat. So there are these little things, they're called sudoriferous glands, but you don't need to know the full word. You could just call them sweat glands. They're going to get rid of any excess water and excess salt, which is why sometimes if you have sweat on your forehead and it runs into your eyes, it burns a little bit. That's because there's a little bit of salt in there. And the main function of sweat is to just make sure your body temperature stays within homeostasis. So anytime you get a little bit warm, you'll sweat and that'll cool you down.
So the fourth and final waste that we've been talking about is carbon dioxide. And the organs that are responsible for getting carbon dioxide out of our body are our lungs, okay? So carbon dioxide, otherwise known as CO2, right? We know this, very important for the Regents, is breathed out from our lungs. So we breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. But let's not forget where that carbon dioxide actually gets made. It doesn't just magically appear. It comes from the mitochondria, okay, where we do cellular respiration, which is a process we've talked about and a really, really important process. So what happens is the mitochondria takes in the oxygen that we breathe in, goes to our blood, goes to our cell, goes to our mitochondria. It takes it, makes energy, you remember, and it churns out CO2, which we then breathe out, and it's our waste product.
Look at these drawings, Ms. Eagle 2, okay.
And our fourth and final topic, comparison to organelles. All right, guys, so that about sums it up on our excretory organs. We're gonna jump now into the comparison between the excretory organs and organelles. So on the Regents, it's gonna happen, I'm telling you now. You're gonna see a question where they ask you to compare an excretory system organ to an organelle. The answer is always going to be the cell membrane. Every time, because it allows things in and it allows waste out. So whether it's the lungs, the kidneys, the other organs we've talked about today, it's going to be the cell membrane each time. That's your answer. And that's the only one you need to know. All right, guys, you completed the day of the excretory system.
This is 2 of 4 of your regular body system. So if you made it through today, you can say, whoo, good, I'm halfway through.
We hope you liked our video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and put push notifications on for us. Share it with your friends, your family, any person you know taking living environment right now. If they need extra help, that's what we're here for.
And if you have any questions, if you think that anything needs clarification or whatever, post comments on the video. This way we can answer them there, and then they'll be there forever. So don't forget to write all of your Cornell notes. So pause during the video, write what we have on our board is perfectly enough. And then from there, you'll have a whole set of notes, just like as if we're in class.
And see you next time on the Sunny Science Sisters.